Inside Morehead State Basketball is brought to you by the Citizens Bank, home of totally free checking. Reno's Roadhouse. Go wild, go west, go Reno's. Hinton Mills, serving farmers since 1918. The Jack Rowe Insurance Agency and Auto Owners Insurance. Insurance the right way, the human way. Tim Short Auto Group. Take the short drive to satisfaction. Fazoli's of Morehead. Fast, fresh, Italian. West Liberty Veterinary Clinic, serving the hills since 1963. U.S. Bank, all of us serving you. Big Four Lumber, Ace Hardware, the helpful place. Wendy's of Morehead, fresh, never frozen. Carter County Farm Bureau Insurance, the Todd Pratt Agency, big on commitment. Eagle Finance, loans made easy, payments made affordable. Apply online at eagle.com. Commercial Bank of West Liberty, a source of strength for more than 100 years. Joshua Trent Custom Designs. Looking to build? Let us design your house plans. Giovanni's of Morehead. Order online at giovannispizzapower.com. And by Standifer Builders Paving and Sealing. Quality work at affordable prices. That's how we roll.
Hello and welcome in to this edition of Inside Morehead State Basketball. As always, alongside the Eagle Head basketball coach, Jonathan Mattox. I'm David Patrick, and Coach, the motto of this team this season, and I've heard it time and time again in the locker room, is find a way. These players, these young men truly believe in that. Talk about that.
Yeah, they've really bought into it. It's a mindset. It's a quote I gave them, really as we were kind of getting to our games. You can either find an excuse why you can't do something, or you can find a way to make it happen, and they've really bought into it. We've defined it several different ways for them. One of the ways, Dane Campbell with the Detroit Lions, he used that with his team. Sometimes you just got to will yourself to make it happen. You got to will yourself to a win. And then LeBron James, going back to an old playoff quote, it's leaving your tank on E. He said you got to find a way to get one stop, find a way to get one rebound, one steal, make one play, and leave your tank totally on E. And our players have certainly done that.
Coach, the amazing thing, if you look at the scoring stats, you're outscoring your opponents by 0.9 points a game, 69.3 to 68.4. And as you said before the show off camera, all you need is 1 point. Got
to win by one, and we've been fortunate to win a lot of close games, going back to Austin P here, Cleveland State up there, and conference play, to open up with UT Martin in overtime. We've been fortunate to win a lot of close games, and at the end of the day, you just got to be 1 point ahead when that final buzzer sounds.
Huge stat, rebounding 6.3 in the positive on the season.
Yeah, that's been our biggest strength, is rebounding the ball, offensively going to get extra possessions for our teams, defensively limiting teams to one shot. That's been, defense and rebounding have been our two biggest strengths.
On the scoring, obviously no standout offensive players, only 2 players in double figures this season, but 8 players averaging 6 points a game or more.
Yeah, we got a lot of balance, and we've had a lot of different players lead us in scoring. George Marshall led us in scoring the other night against Lindenwood. Obviously, Kenny White's had some big games. Tyler Brailsford's had some big games. Jerome Morton, he's been in double figures, probably 7 of his last 8 games. And while Maluk has really come into his own, and don't forget about Deontay Miles. He's starting to get back to where he's comfortable. So we've had a lot of guys lead us in scoring. We've had a lot of guys score double figures, and I tell them all the time, the strength of our team is our team. On any given night, it could be a different player, but you can't just take one player away from us because we got multiple guys that can score.
Coach, at this point of the season, would you say that this team has exceeded your expectations?
Yeah, I don't know, if we've exceeded. I think we're right where we need to be, right where we're supposed to be. It's been a process-oriented approach, and we've improved week by week, month by month, non-conference into conference play. So we're right where we need to be, but certainly have a long way to go.
White on the drive.
Stay with us when we come back. Another big-time conference road win on Thursday night, this time at Eastern Illinois. Highlights are coming up with Coach Kelly Wells. That's next on Inside Morehead State Basketball.
Kenny White is the Magic Man.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if auto owners make sense for you. Oh, now you do your job.
My great-grandfather opened the first Hinton store in 1918, and our family opened our first feed mill in the mid-1950s. We now have 6 locations and a wide range of products including feed, seed, fertilizer, crop protection, animal health products, fencing materials, and pet food. Though times have changed, our commitment to providing you with the highest quality products and knowledgeable customer service is as strong as ever. I'm Adam Hinton, inviting you to stop in and see for yourself. Hinton Mills, serving farmers since 1918.
Eagle Game Highlights are sponsored by Carter County Farm Bureau Insurance, the Todd Pratt Agency, big on commitment.
Welcome back to Inside Morehead State Basketball as we've moved from the Players Lounge to overlooking the FamilyLeisure.com court, and of course Coach Jonathan Mattox on the road. So I'm joined by Coach Kelly Wells, the Director of Athletics here at Morehead State University. And Coach, of course you want to protect your home court, but I tell you, any win you can get on the road is such a bonus, and the Eagles have been racking them up.
Really have. I think it shows a big sign of who our identity is. We're going to be tough regardless of the circumstance. Sure. And to be able to go on the road in our conference or any college basketball arena and try to find a way to win is special. We certainly are proud of the work we do at home, but it's super, super nice, and it's a bonus to get those wins on the road.
This past Thursday, Morehead State on the road at Eastern Illinois, and a very special opportunity because you're playing in front of a national television audience.
Yeah, anytime you get the opportunity to get on ESPN is great, but especially on ESPNU and nationwide coverage, a lot of great talk. The talk about the OVC in this and our former stars and alumni who are doing great things really is uplifting nationwide for us to spread the good Eagle message.
Good start early. The offense was very, very effective. I thought the spacing was great, Kelly.
Yeah, a 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio is great. To have 16 assists, 8 of those by Jerome Morton himself, is just wonderful when your point guard is really leading the show. And they called George Marshall's name to step up today and or in this game, and certainly he did that in major fashion. Career highs, making tough shot after tough shot. But he also had a defensive assignment on one of the best players in America and did a great job, despite maybe the stat line of that, but he did a great job making everything tough. Here's another great opportunity to see us, get an offensive rebound here. And, my man Anwar was 4 for 4 from the field, perfect from that slate. Just continues to be uplifting. His development is something special. You see all the guys are getting him high fives. When you get those hard hat rebounds and get them, those are special. And just another awesome play with a very tough contested mid-range jumper here. Just gives you some confidence. The smile's back out for Anwar, and that's contagious for us as a team.
Kelly, great start, a double-figure lead for a bulk of the first half.
Yeah, our execution was elite. We really did a great job, and in a tough environment, it's not easy to go to Eastern Illinois and get a win. Despite their record, they are a tremendous basketball team and have lost several close games. But it was a great victory and great concentration on us, and a lot of it just came from our execution. We were gritty, we were tough, we ran our stuff through, and it didn't hurt that we made a few tough shots. As you can see with George Marshall there making another big deep three.
Absolutely. George has no fear, Coach.
He really doesn't, and with Stephen Clay being out with a concussion, for him to have an opportunity to come in and step up the way he did.
Big shot by Ty late.
Yeah, you know what Ty does for us is really immeasurable, not just on the offensive end, but confidence-wise, brings that to the table. Doesn't have a big show of emotion most of the time, but he can always hit those big shots and hit one late for us too in this game.
What a find.
Crazy, took a gamble on the weak side to take away the reversal pass, and Anwar did a great job of finding Jerome on the weak side. That was a big part of the game, very key basket, and a sign of a very good basketball team is being able to execute down the stretch, and especially out of bounds underneath. We've been able to pick up some great wins by the execution. Again, another great under out of bounds, and a great pickup there for an easy 2.
And I love how George, he doesn't just rely on his perimeter jumper. He takes what the defense gives.
Yeah, he can score at all 3 levels. He can get to the rim, he can shoot the mid-range shot, and he can also hit the 3, and he displayed all of those throughout the day. And
how about Shelton? This kid was absolutely on fire.
Sick as he could be, but certainly is an elite player. You hate to see anybody not win this game unless you're a Morehead State fan. We were glad to get that, but there were times he wasn't even hitting the rim. Like, he is just a pure scorer, did a great job. And Eastern's a really good, this is one of the best basketball games to sit as a fan, even though I was cheering for Morehead State, but to sit through really was good for the OVC to see how good and how deep our league is.
Just to watch this game was a treat.
Yeah, he was back and forth. You just saw Shelton hit a big one. We turned around, Jerome hits a big one, and like, it was back and forth. That last 8 minutes of the game could have really went any way, and both teams were executing. Both teams were fundamentally sound. I thought Deontay was huge. He dominated the game defensively, got a great stop at the end of the game and a great rebound at the end of the game that gave us a chance to win. And here's another one from Jerome Morton, who has really developed into one of our catalysts offensively. You know, we do a lot through Kenny White. This time he had an opportunity to kick it out, and again, George just had a career night for us, one of his best since he's been in college. Just did a great job of finishing the game. And another play by Shelton. We made one, they made one. That's right. When they made one, we turned around, we made another one. So it was just back and forth, and the time just ran out on everybody. But it was a great contest to watch. And here Ty makes a very, very tough play. That's a tough shot off one leg. Got the friendly roll. Yeah, when you're working hard, you got a great touch. He certainly did that.
So many times this season, Coach, when we need a basket, Kenny White goes and gets it.
He you know, in those kind of situations, he loves contact. Here's a play where it's probably a little unconventional, we would say. I told him he needed to go play the lottery after this game, but again, luck favors the ones who work hard, and he certainly deserves all the good luck he can get. But this was great defense by Eastern. If you're them, you're heartbroken. For Eagles, this was a great find. Jerome probably had the same expression I did. How did that go in? But certainly did. And again, we're thankful for that. And not only did that help us get to a 2-possession game down the stretch right here, we had some really good plays, got some opportunities. Shelton never went away, but we certainly had opportunities at the rim to take care of it, made some free throws down the stretch. And here's a big play from Deontay blocking this at the rim. And you appreciate a guy that's not afraid to put his hard hat on, as he calls himself, the Giraffe. We want to mention that he did a great job. And here's Marty. He does an amazing job coaching. He's done it for years, and his team was very well prepared. And I'm thankful they didn't get over the hump with us, but they will certainly be a team that will have some upsets this year.
Coach, you and I talked before the show. Eastern Illinois is so much better than their record indicates. A much better basketball team.
Yeah, no question. They've won. I think the announcer was saying they lost 7 games by 4 under. Add another one to that list. Once you get over that hump, it's refreshing, and they're in that process of trying to get over it. We reached that a little bit earlier in the season. Like, we had trouble getting over the hump, got over the hump, and we've been playing extremely well. They'll have a lot of wins, but I think it shows the parity in college basketball and in our conference how good it is. The announcers did an amazing job of bragging on the OVC and how good it is and the upsets we've had in the NCAA tournament. I don't think that's going to be any different. Super proud of the resolve by our team. I thought they did a great job, and 5 guys in double figures kind of spread the wealth. That's when it's really, really nice success, and I know our guys enjoyed that one. I enjoyed it back home. I wish I was there with them, but somebody has to hold the fort down while we're here, but it was a great victory for sure.
Stay with us when we come back. Highlights from Morehead State's Saturday game at SIUE. That's next on Inside Morehead State Basketball.
Tyler Brailsford.
At the Citizens Bank, we have totally free checking and a free gift. When you combine totally free checking with the best people and the best service, do you know what you get? The best bank. Being the best bank makes it easy for customers to refer friends and family to bank with the best too. Every referral gets another free gift, so come bank with the best. The Citizens Bank, the home of totally free checking and a free gift. Member FDIC.
Hey Eagle Empire, this is Kelly Wells, Director of Athletics at Morehead State University. It's my pleasure to be joined here by Gary Markham, owner of Tim Short Auto, and a big donor and a big booster of Morehead State basketball and Morehead State athletics. And Gary, tell us a little bit about what's going on at Tim Short Auto these days.
We're here to take care of all your needs, automotive service parts. We carry the Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram brands. real appreciative of everyone in town. We've been here since 2014, and we couldn't be here without all the customers and the athletics, the university, just the whole town. It makes us proud to be here.
And we know you've got a choice when you're looking for your next vehicle, and I want to encourage you from the Eagle athletic standpoint to support Tim Short Auto here in Morehead, Kentucky, as they are huge supporters of the athletics program. And not to mention, Gary just happens to be my brother-in-law, so a lifelong relationship here that we're proud of, and certainly are thankful for everything that Tim Short Auto Group does and Gary does for our athletic department. And as we always say, go Eagles.
This segment of Inside Morehead State Basketball is sponsored by U.S. Bank. All of us serving you.
It's been said that all good things must come to an end, and such was the case for Morehead State's 5-game OVC win streak as the Eagles fell on the road at SIUE on Saturday, 65-54. After scoring the game's first field goal, Morehead State trailed for the bulk of the first half before taking the lead on George Marshall's three-pointer from the top of the key to put Morehead up 4 at the 2:38 mark of the half. Marshall would share team-high honors with 18 points, and the Eagles led 33-30 at the break. But a major second-half scoring drought proved to be the Eagles' downfall, as MSU was limited to only 1 field goal during a 10-minute stretch, and the Cougars took full advantage. After struggling early, SIUE's Rayshon Taylor, one of the conference's best players, hit a pair of deep threes to break the game open. He led all scorers with 22 points, and Morehead State loses for only the second time in 10 conference games. The Eagles still sit alone atop the OVC standings, while SIUE pulls within a single game of MSU at 7-3.
These days, banking, like basketball, moves at a fast pace. At Commercial Bank, that same fast pace comes to life with our lenders. We're fast with local loan decisions. Bankers who you know and who know you. Simply put, it's better banking. Commercial Bank, where friendliness prevails. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Big Four Lumber Ace Hardware was founded by Philip Lewis nearly 45 years ago and is still locally owned and operated by the Lewis family. Our customers' needs have always come first, meaning we continue to enhance and expand our inventory. Big Four is a staple of the Morehead and Round County community, and we take great pride in giving back. We would like to thank our valued customers for your loyalty and trust, and pledge to continue supplying the best quality service by our hometown employees. The moment you walk through the door, you'll know why we are Ace, the helpful place. That's Big Four Lumber, Ace Hardware, 1470 Flemingsburg Road in Morehead, Kentucky.
Go Reno's!
There's no better way to spend the day than with lunch or dinner at Reno's Roadhouse in Morehead. Enjoy delicious steak, chicken, and ribs, along with our trademark honey butter rolls and hometown hospitality.
Hi, I'm Tim Kogenberg. I promise to provide 100% guest satisfaction here at Reno's Roadhouse in Morehead.
Go Wild! Go West! Go Reno's! Woo!
The Practice Court is brought to you by Giovanni's of Morehead. Order online at giovannispizzapower.com.
Welcome back to Inside Morehead State Basketball. I'm Ky Klingsick, joined today on the practice court by OVC legend Jason Taylor. Coach, we're glad to have you here, and give us a rundown of what it's been like on your transition to Morehead State.
Definition of legend must have changed, that's for sure. But it's been really good. Enjoyed it. Family loves it here in Morehead. Love working for Coach Mattox. Very excited about the program. You know, we've this place has been good for a long time, and Coach and this group is just adding to what's already been established.
Absolutely. And Coach, you started your playing career at Jacksonville State, once OVC school, and did a couple stints at both Anderson and Newberry, and also at a conference opponent of Tennessee Tech as well. Yeah. You talk about your relationship with Coach Mattox, and you know, that stint that you guys had where you actually coached him. So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I've been I guess several places now. Been very blessed in this profession to coach at good places. And in Jacksonville State back then, we were at the TAC. You know, just throw out a little shout out to the old TAC, Trans-American Athletic Conference. But and got Coach Mattox, I think 06 to 09. Was always a special young man and very good player, but just a special person and really smart. Always really, really intelligent. And when he made that phone call and called me, it humbled me. I'll be honest with you, it meant a lot to me. Still does. And just to watch him and how good a job he's doing and how well he's coaching and in every aspect, on the court, off the court, relationships with the players, the community, could not be more impressed and could not be more happier to be here.
Absolutely, and you know, you talk about, you know, your relationship with him, and I'm sure a lot of our players would like to know how he was as a player. So tell us a little bit about that.
I tell you what, he was an everyday guy. Like, you know, that's one of the things, you know, that comes to mind when you ask that question. Like, I never had to worry about him, never had to ask him, did you go to class today? Never had to ask him, are you ready to practice? Never had to ask him to give me effort. He was an everyday guy that again, we've got really good guys. We have some great players and some good guys. But if they could take a cue from Coach in his playing days, it would be that. Like, never had to worry about him on anything but executing and talking about basketball.
Well, Coach, you know, from my perspective, and I'm sure the viewers at home, you've been an elite addition to our staff. And
he says that with a straight face almost.
But no, you've been great, and you know, you've seen a lot of really great basketball over the years, and you know, what comes in this profession is the ability to bring relationships. So talk a little bit about your personal relationships, like with your family, and if you want to give a couple shout outs to your family there.
Well, my wife Monica, I always tell everybody, she proves I can sign high major talent with low major resources. You know, she, you know, somehow she can stand next to me and me look halfway decent. And then I got a little girl, Lila Kate, which, you know, anybody, I mean, that's just, it don't get no better than that. She's 3, and I've been blessed to have 3 stepchildren, Autumn, Camden, and Trey. So family's really good. Mother-in-law's living with us.
There we go.
Here in Morehead. My wife's from Kentucky. So she has a great job right down the street here that she's happy with, and so we love it here.
Absolutely. Morehead's a great place to be, and Coach, we're really glad to have you here, and man, it's been great. And stay tuned.
The next Jay Billis right here. I'm pretty excited about that. So,
well, I don't know about all of that, but well, stay tuned. Coach and DP will be back on Inside Morehead State Basketball.
Giovanni's Pizza is a favorite stop for Eagle basketball fans before or after the game. Come taste for yourself delicious pizza, pasta, subs, salads, wings, and much more at the perfect location, 700 East Main Street, across from the Academic Athletics Center. Dine in for great customer service or order online at giovannispizzapower.com.
This segment of Inside Morehead State Basketball is sponsored by Wendy's. Fresh, never frozen.
Welcome back to Inside Morehead State Basketball as we close things out. And Coach, you've had more than your fair share of road trips in this conference season, but the great news is 4 straight games coming up in the friendly confines of Johnson Arena. And boy, that's a breath of fresh air.
No question. Big homestand for us with 4 straight. We've been good at home. Yes. Our crowd has been a big part of that. Our community has been a huge part of that. Our student section has been a huge part of that. We need all you guys out there for our next 4 home games. And we got some good opponents coming in, and hopefully we can continue to protect home court.
And Coach, crowds have been really good this season, especially in conference play.
Yeah, been really excited to see all the faces in the stands, some familiar faces, some new faces, some young faces. So they've been, that's a huge part of what our fan base. Y'all are an extension of us. Y'all are just as much a part of the program as our coaches, our managers, and our players. Y'all really have a big impact on our games, especially at home, pulling us through those tough stretches that we may go through from time to time. So please continue to get out to support. It's much appreciated.
And Coach, I really believe that Eagle Nation has fallen in love with this team. They've really embraced this team. Do you feel that?
Absolutely. You know, I can feel it. And, you know, I think this team is just a tough, gritty team. And you know, fans like tough, gritty teams. So we got to continue to be in tough and gritty. You know, we're starting to play better on the offensive end. And, you know, we'll continue to improve in every area.
Thank you so much for watching this week. And on behalf of the Eagle Head basketball coach, Jonathan Mattox, I'm David Patrick, and we will see you next Sunday right here on Inside Morehead State Basketball.
Inside Morehead State Basketball was brought to you by the Citizens Bank, home of totally free checking. Reno's Roadhouse. Go wild, go west, go Reno's. Hinton Mills, serving farmers since 1918. The Jack Rowe Insurance Agency and Auto Owners Insurance. Insurance the right way, the human way. Tim Short Auto Group. Take the short drive to satisfaction. Fazoli's of Morehead. Fast, fresh, Italian. West Liberty Veterinary Clinic. Serving the hills since 1963. U.S. Bank, all of us serving you. Big 4 Lumber, Ace Hardware, the helpful place. Wendy's of Morehead, fresh, never frozen. Carter County Farm Bureau Insurance, the Todd Pratt Agency, big on commitment. Eagle Finance, loans made easy, payments made affordable. Apply online at eagle.com. Commercial Bank of West Liberty, a source of strength for more than 100 years. Joshua Trent Custom Designs. Looking to build? Let us design your house plans. Giovanni's of Morehead. Order online at giovannispizzapower.com. And by Standifer Builders Paving and Sealing. Quality work at affordable prices. That's how we roll.